Hey y'all, this is Culture Soup, where tech, culture, and business collide. It's a podcast that spoons up everything hot from social media. I'm your host, Michelle Smith, and each episode we bring you some of the most notable and not yet notable thought leaders in tech, business, and culture. The year was 2018, and it was one of those years during my speaking tour that happened while I was still at the big company. I had been everywhere, but things were beginning to slow down a bit because I had the new boss and the new reporting structure. That being said, I was still very active in brand innovators. You recall, they're the group that pulls together the summits all over the country and now the world for Fortune 500 marketers. And they were still inviting me to speak. This last time that I was at a brand innovators event, I wasn't speaking, but I was participating. And into the room walked a familiar face. His name, Larry Lundy. Larry is the principal and president of Lundy Marketing Group. And Larry is in sports marketing, and he's always been on his own. He's worked with names like Emmitt Smith.
A lot's changed, Michelle, but the one thing that hasn't changed is sports has always been a lightning rod for our society. If you even go back to Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, that impacted then our executives being able to go to corporate America. If you go back to Magic Johnson, we announced that he had the AIDS virus. That then let America know that it was okay. Hey, we're going to rally around this.
Yeah.
Even when Al Campana said that we weren't qualified to be GMs, that once again brought forth sports to the front. So this has been no different. When Kaepernick kneeled a couple years ago, we had our president discussing that, matter of fact, on the nightly news, and had that discussion. It started in sports and was amplified. Even if you saw through the bubble, when you have one team owner who disagreed with her teammates in terms of her team, in terms of political values, they end up getting her out of there.
Yeah.
And won the election. So those strong sisters in WNBA led that movement.
Yeah.
And Stacey Abrams in Georgia. So every step along the way, sports has always been a lightning rod that really made it okay for the rest of society to now pull it front. It shines a light on it. And that's why it makes some people uncomfortable. I don't want my social injustice talked about in my sports events as an escape. But sports is also a platform, and athletes are now realizing that they can use this platform to call attention to things that matter. And even now, mental health.
Yes.
When you say Naomi Osaka, she's saying, hey, I'm not, and the fact that Nike's supporting her, and I'm sure agents are, if they want to continue to be agents, they're going to support her as well, where they would love to have seen her continue to play. But to her, it was a bigger conversation for her.
It's interesting. Sports is culture, and culture is sport. So as long as you have a gathering of more than two people and they are human, you're going to have these issues. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. And you mentioned Naomi Osaka, God bless her. I'm glad she said something. And for someone to be so young and so aware and able to, and whoever supporting her, her parents, whoever her management is, that got behind her and said, yes, stand up to it. And you know what? There'll be other French Opens. We needed to hear that.
Everyone, I'm Larry Lundy, president of Lundy Marketing Group, and I'm going to be on the Cultural Soup podcast with Michelle Smith on Thursday. Tune in.
The Culture Soup podcast is a production of No Size Communication, LLC.